Jon Rahm at the top of the leaderboard. It feels like a fixture here in 2023.
Jon Rahm on the tee, par 3 16th, moving it from left to right. Appears to be in a very good path. Lands just in front of the hole. Oh, I thought it was going to go in. Jon Rahm delivers a clutch tee shot here at 16 to ignite this crowd. Throwing it high into the sky. And watch this land right center of the green, bound out, rolls to the right corner of this green, just up on the collar by a smidge, just what he needed.
Capturing the intensity of the PGA Tour and reaching fans around the world is at the core of next-generation golf gaming. This is more golf, more game, the creation of PGA Tour 2K23.
Hello and welcome. Glad you've decided to join me for a round of PGA Tour 2K23.
PGA Tour 2K23 has to be the best game to date just because of everything that's going into it.
Besides our view, you get the closest view you can get. It's pretty unique.
My friends always text me when they're playing as me.
From growing up and playing video games to actually being in one is crazy to me. If you'd have said that to 10, 12-year-old me, I would have never believed it.
Sometimes you shoot a really crazy low score and you're like, yeah, I wish I could do that in real life too.
All the imaging to the motion capturing to make it as realistic as possible.
Technology improved, gaming improved, and the realism improved. We are able to go on video games and look at what the sight lines are and actually tour events, which is crazy.
I've actually got that exact blue shirt. It was pretty cool.
Everyone looks so realistic, and I think that's what makes it so exciting.
How they react to shots, how they swing, how they club twirl. All our fans do get to see that in real life, so once they get to see it on the video game as well, they're like, oh my gosh.
How the courses play, how the courses react, I think that's what makes it special.
You have the best pros, the best courses, the best quality, so enjoy.
Since its inception, the PGA Tour 2K franchise has continued to grow and evolve, providing new levels of golf realism to fans around the world.
This series is focused on bringing golf to everyone. Whether you're looking for authentic simulation of playing in the PGA Tour career mode against the most elite golfers in the world, or if you're looking to play with your friends in more casual modes of play, there's really something there for everybody. Establishing a partnership with the PGA Tour really added to the depth and realism of that golf experience, whether that's starting and grinding your way through the Korn Ferry Tour to prove that you've got what it takes to compete on the PGA Tour, and then of course the career mode itself, facing off against the world's elite golfers to climb that leaderboard and take home the trophies week over week.
With the release of PGA Tour 2K23 last October, players can take an even deeper dive into golf and playing on the PGA Tour.
We're continually pushing forward on the authenticity and realism of the gameplay experience. We also want to continue to embrace the growing nature of the sport. So many new fans coming in to play the game, and through that, we wanted to offer a wider range of gameplay experiences, not just the authenticity of the PGA Tour career mode. It brings gaming fans and PGA Tour fans together to be able to celebrate and grow the game.
Driving a new generation to the game of golf, Tiger Woods makes his return to the video game landscape as the cover athlete of PGA Tour 2K23.
Look at the amount of people.
That is a little reminiscent of that first major win when he had that kind of effect on the crowd and that kind of effect on the world of golf. It is a totally different era, but it is the same kind of powerful, magical feeling that only that guy can produce.
Check this one out. I love that pose.
I wish I could swing like that again.
A little flexible there.
Oh, wow. Very limber then.
I was a part of the gaming side for a long time, and now to be asked to be back on the cover and support the PGA Tour, it's pretty neat.
We're just over the moon to have established a long-term partnership with Tiger Woods. Of course, he's our cover athlete. He's a playable character in the game, which is fantastic.
I've had the pleasure of beating Tiger in singles before. I'm usually Tiger in the video game, if I'm being honest.
still to this day, I idolize him. He's done so much for this game, and to just be included alongside him is super special.
Another pro that I would probably play against, probably Tiger Woods. Definitely would like to play against him. I've never actually played with him in real life.
He's also credited with an executive director role on the title as well. So to be able to have access to a golfing mind as great as his, as a sounding board for our ideas for the game, it really allowed us to tap into what is essentially a one-of-one resource in Tiger.
Well, it's crazy to be able to have the ability to basically create something that's more realistic, something that my kids will enjoy playing. We're all gaming nuts in our families. I envision it more as a way to connect the next up-and-coming generation of kids in playing golf. It's a great vehicle for us to be able to expose the game of golf in a different way. Not everyone plays the game of golf, but not everyone has even thought about playing the game of golf. But pretty much every kid plays video games.
With him helping to lead the way, there's a bright future for this game and the game of golf.
The opportunity to play as your favorite pro becomes a reality through video games. And PGA Tour 2K23's attention to detail makes certain the experience is authentic.
Suit it up? Yeah, suit it up. Let's get sexy. It makes you look fit. Nice, I like it.
It's an in-depth process to get players into the game. That can involve a full body scan and full head scan, having them do some wacky facial poses so we get an example of various expressions, and then also involves setting them up in their mocap suit, the balls all over them, getting their actual swings and reaction animations.
Full power?
Yep.
Well, I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
I don't know how to act. I was just like, I'll be looking now. Probably cussing in Spanish on the way. Let's say I hit it, right? Chip it. A lot of times you're like,
yeah. To be able to see that drive, someone like John Rahm incorporated into the game, it really does add to the level of authenticity and immersion when you see that replicated in the product. Once we've scanned the players, then we've got the data that we take back in-house and we begin compiling that onto the characters. So we take the animations and put them onto the character rig and the skeleton and begin massaging those into the animations that you see in the end of the game. Beyond just the regular gameplay animations, you then have reaction animations, whether that's excited or unhappy after missing an easy putt, or interactions with their caddy. There is a wide range of animations and emotion and movement that go into recreating these licensed players. The most important pieces of capturing a pro player's likeness or motion is that it's true to them. That means taking hundreds of photos from every angle and recompositing those into 3D form, or the swing motion, capturing that and spending hours incorporating and fine-tuning that to make sure that it matches the real-world swing that that person has.
welcome to the party.
Awesome, this is cool. Just a couple of cameras. As a kid, we were playing video games. I have a brother that's 2 years younger, and that's kind of what we did. We played from Mario Kart to PGA. To be part of that, playing that growing up is really special.
Ready for the real fun part?
Nelly Corda joins 2K23 later this year, and it started with 2K visiting her home course.
Where's my seatbelt?
Okay, so.
This is literally gonna tell me how unsymmetrical my face is.
Okay, let's stop that negative self-talk. So I'll be your director.
Am I gonna make funny faces?
So you're gonna hear this shot real quick and relax. And that's the first shot.
Oh my gosh, that was bright.
All right, hide again. Oh, she's ready.
That was probably scary too. Such a unique experience. It's crazy to think that we actually make those facial expressions because they're just so odd when you're actually making them and have to hold the poses.
You're already ready. Look at that. I love that.
Top smiles all day.
Did you get a sneak peek of this?
No, I didn't.
It was the easiest one. It was fun. She was actually having a good time. She was excited about this. She gave like 110% in giving her emotions and her expressions, and it helped us all out too, and it's gonna definitely help 2K.
I'm really good at like these angry faces, guys. We've seen in the past couple of years a bigger boom in the video game industry, and I think that's another way of kind of growing our game. For us women, it's amazing to be part of it. We're super honored, and just to have a small part of possibly growing the game, of getting someone interested, feels really special. I can't wait to see it like come to life. Thanks, guys. It was very nice to meet you all.
2022 U.S. Open champion Matt Fitzpatrick is one of the newest players available in 2K23. At the WM Phoenix Open, he got introduced to his character and experienced how realistic the game is.
Here we go. This is hilarious. It's actually amazing. Ridiculously lifelike. They've got me in better shape on the game as well, which is great news. Putting's definitely good, because I definitely grip it like that. That's so good. Looking down 15 and there's mountains in the background and there's mountains in the background there, so it's actually a little bit surreal, to be honest. The graphics, the gameplay, the feel, really, really impressive. Both TPC Scottsdale in the game and in real life, they match up really well. The game does a really, really good job of showing that. The greens seem very, very realistic to what they are out there, and having played the golf course a few times now, I'd like to feel like I know it pretty well, so seeing how it is and responds in the game is really cool. I'd love to know how they managed to do it, to be fair. It can certainly be used on the greens to have a look at a golf course I've not been before and see how that looks, see how that is, and that's definitely something that can be thought about as a tool to use, really. On the famous 16, I didn't realize how close everyone was, I think, and I didn't realize it was kind of fully enclosed. The place is wild, it's crazy. For me, I'm just trying to hit the green. You know, I think it's an easy hole to just try and be too cute, try and, you know, get too aggressive. You're behind the 8 ball, making a bogey on a pretty straightforward par 3, really. Particularly the fans, there's obviously a bit of extra pressure, I think, and it's easy just to try and focus on making a par and get out there and keep the crowd as quiet as possible. It really is, it's so impressive what they can put into the game, and everyone looks so realistic, and I think that's what makes it special.
Choosing which courses are going to be in the game is a multi-layered approach. Our goal is to replicate as much of that season schedule as possible, and so that leads to choosing some obvious candidates in TPC Sawgrass and Bay Hill and Riviera. But we're also interested in providing different looking courses from around the world as well. It can take upwards of a number of months to complete that process from start to finish. It begins by using drones to capture topographical data for the whole course. Paired with whole flyovers, we bring that back to our developers, and they integrate that into our software, and it allows us to then lay out that course, and we begin painting in the surfaces and start compositing all of those pieces that make up the land. We then start to add in things like vegetation and bushes and trees and all of those pieces. And then also the buildings and structures and cars and camera towers and all of the event dressing. We plant crowd to create that environment of tournament day. And then we tune things like lighting and weather. and then the course is ready to play.
Oh, this better get up and get left.
Everybody sooner or later has to get by the island green.
There's a few bruised lips after guys hit this tee shot because they're biting their lip, just hoping it's going to be right.
Uh-oh. Well, yeah, that's a hit. Drop the club and start walking to the drop zone.
He's not easily intimidated.
I guess not. Yeah, you always have a nice little smile when you see that thing on the green, especially when it's close to the hole.
Recreating a hole like 17 on Sawgrass is a special kind of challenge. It's not just about getting the layout of the hole and the surrounding green correct. It's about the stadium-esque atmosphere of that pressure cooker of a situation that you're faced with teeing off on 17.
It's exactly how we see it every year. The build out around it, I mean, having the grandstands up on the left side, having the corporate boxes behind it, I mean, that's exactly how we play it. In the air, it looks like it's perfect. Definitely a fist bump for that one. That is so sick.
So it's about the crowd and the atmosphere of that moment just as much as it is about the authentic recreation of the environment. So it's a marrying of those two pieces which result in recreating those special moments that happen on a hole like 17 Sawgrass.
While recreating iconic courses around the globe helps immerse the gamer in golf, 2K also pays special attention to the equipment available in 2K23.
We want people to be able to create themselves or anything that they can imagine. Give them as many options from apparel and equipment to be able to express themselves. The scanning allows us to capture the level of detail in the stitching and the patterns on the shoes and on the gloves that hand modeling just isn't able to do. This allows us to deliver a level of authenticity that is unmatched.
When we're scanning the objects with the laser scanner, it is monochromatic, so there's no color involved. The first thing we do is we put it on this turntable here, and we take a series of reference photographs of the shoe, close-ups on all the logos and things like that we provide to our artists for reproducing colorways. So let's go to scanning it. This machine, it's called the Creaform Metroscan. We have this thing up here, this is the C-Track, and that actually tracks the location using these reflective markers of this glove. It tracks this in space as it's scanning the shoe, so it'll help triangulate the location of this. And then when you start scanning, it's shooting out a bunch of lasers, which helps us get a very accurate scan of the shoe. So the lasers hit the surface of the shoe and they reflect back on a couple of cameras that are here on the scanner. You're just trying to get as much coverage of the shoe as you can, reaching all the way inside and getting like the inside of the tongue. You can get the spikes on the shoe too. So from here, we basically just export it out of this program, and from then we send it to our CG artists and they put the colorways on it. This is almost as true to life as you can get.
PGA Tour 2K23 is the only game to offer Course Designer Mode, where you can create your own courses across different climates and terrains, while controlling layout, building structures, adding fans, and much more. Then play your own custom creation, just like Tony Finau.
Hey guys, Tony Finau here, and this is my dream course, Finau Fresh Country Club. I'm from Utah, so I'm a big mountains guy. I'd love to have a golf course up in the mountains with lakes, you know, all over the course. Big island green fan, so par threes with some island greens. Signature hole would be a dogleg right, par 5, a lake all along the right side, all the way to the green. Left's got to be pretty wide open, maybe a couple bunkers up by the green. Pretty skinny little narrow green, and probably about a 600-yard par 5.
It's in the hole.
It brings the actual realism of golf.
There's a certain touch factor that you have to have in this game.
All right, so this will be my practice for today.
Yeah, we love the graphics, man.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I just love how buff I look in this game. You get.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh! Come on, money.
The launch was exceptional. It was a great way to connect people in these events that we set up.
The reception has been positive from the gaming side of it.
So you're trying to get it in that?
Yep, you're trying to get it. That's a little strong, right in that white zone on the back and forth. Dunk it.
Oh, close. It has that kind of feel and that motion of an actual shot. You're not just pulling the trigger back, going, and the ball goes, right? You actually have to look at the wind, you have to look at the break. It all plays a factor, and that's what's pretty cool.
If they pulled the pin, that was in. All right?
When I was out for a couple months, I definitely played myself a few times. Played at Memphis just to kind of relive some memories. It's really cool.
I think it's really exciting that my actual moves are involved in the game, and it makes it really authentic.
Reports have been phenomenal. To be in partnership with 2K, to have this game out, to see the incredible response has us all feeling really good. And I think this will play a significant role in bringing more young people into our sport.
The future of this franchise relies on us connecting with broader audiences, whether that's living the dream of playing on the PGA Tour or playing as those players that have been a hero for the youth, someone to look up to.
I definitely think kids will probably want to play the video game and then they'll say, oh, you know, I want to go do this for real. I know I was like that as a kid and made me want to go and play football more or play more golf.
Our technology continues to grow and allows us to create new experiences and new ways to engage with the game of golf. So the focus on gameplay and immersion will remain at the forefront of recreating what it's like to play in the PGA Tour, and we're excited to continue to work with Tiger Woods in helping to shape what video game golf looks like in the future.